thank everyone that has been actively participating in this mini course and sharing your challenges with me. I truly appreciate it. I've been reading each of your submissions in the past few days, and believe me, I know your struggles. A cluttered inbox can be a major source of stress and hinder our productivity. So I have decided to give this bonus micro audio, hoping it can help you tackle the common challenges you all face and equip you with strategies to finally establish a clear and manageable inbox system. Remember that this is a journey and not just one more task you have to complete in your day. When we say inbox zero, we are talking about incoming notifications in our Asana inbox as well as in our email inbox. You might have multiple tasks assigned to you with different due dates and statuses, but as you work through them, you are communicating with your team. You get notifications from new requests or updates on tasks and projects. By doing the right prioritization and clean up your inbox, you can then tackle your daily workload with ease. This is a journey that will help you stay focused and maintaining a clear and organized inbox, whether if it's in Asana or your email. It goes beyond simply having an empty inbox. It's about creating a system that minimizes stress, boosts focus, and ensures you're always on top of your most important task. Now let's address some of the most common challenges you have shared about managing your inboxes. I have selected the top 5 from almost 60 submissions I have been reading so far. I will start with the one I loved reading the most, The Tyranny of the Urgent. When I read this one, I spent the entire weekend thinking about how so many people can relate with this phrase. That feeling when urgent requests pop up, derailing your priorities. We've all been there. It made me remember of an internal joke we have with a couple of clients that were dealing with a lot of urgent requests. They were at a point that 90% of the common requests were created almost the same day, were categorized as urgent with a due date for the same day, but there was no context as to why the urgency. So we implemented a triage system, like hospitals do triage for their emergencies. After months doing a triage for their requests, we updated some categorization custom fields in the request and then migrated the implemented system using a similar approach to the ICE score. So instead of getting urgent requests, we are now having this client receive clear tasks assigned with an objective score for the task and realistic expectations for its delivery. So here are a few tips that you can start implementing on how to fight back that urgency tyranny. First, prioritize ruthlessly. Start your day by outlining the 3 most important tasks you need to accomplish and why. This ensures your focus remains on high-impact activities when urgent requests arise. Next, you have to learn to manage interruptions, set boundaries, and clear communication expectations. Let your colleagues and team members know your preferred communication methods and response time. This is a hard step to achieve, and for that it's important that you have self-awareness on your preferred ways of working. I learned this years ago when I took the Kolbe A assessment and then worked on crafting my communication builder worksheet from Strategic Coach, which we will have all completed and discussed with each other at my virtual partner. And we also do it with other clients as well. These 2 tools have helped me understand my own ways of working and how to communicate better. I will leave the links for those tools at the description of this micro audio. Lastly, manage your notifications overload. Remember to utilize filters. Both Asana and your email offer powerful filters, but do not complicate this step. Remember today's lesson. You have to tailor this to highlight only the most important notifications. Not everything needs to be tagged with a filter, like messages requiring your immediate actions or deadlines approaching. And this is something that with Asana you can have an automation for. Schedule dedicated check-ins. Instead of constantly checking your inbox, schedule specific times throughout the day to review your incoming messages. This allows for focus, processing, and reduces distractions. Because of HDSD, I have to use physical timers so that I can either use the Asana Pomodoro timer, which is very visual on my desktop, or my Fitbit timer, which is also amazing. Another common challenge is related to having too many notifications in the inbox, or too much work to do and a few group of people to actually do the work. So you need to start by leveraging Asana features like reporting. Having reports in place will help you have visibility of task statuses. So think about the kind of information you would like to see from your entire Asana ecosystem in a dashboard. Next, as I shared just in yesterday's lesson, don't be afraid of unsubscribing from notifications in your Asana projects and in your email. Remove yourself from being collaborator in so many tasks and projects. And in your email inbox, unsubscribe for those emails you've been receiving but you never read them. And as a bonus tip, if you want to subscribe to certain information you want to check on at some time, then you can create an alternative email address just for subscriptions. So with that, you avoid the clutter in your actual email inbox. Learn to have confidence in the use of the tools you use. Get organized with Asana features. Create clear project structures, categorize tasks within sections, and use custom fields for further sorting. As of right now, setting up projects in Asana is much easier than even 6 months ago. I know sometimes there's simply too much to do. So, you have to set realistic expectations. Be honest with yourself and your team about your workload capacity. Don't be afraid to say no to additional tasks if your plate is already full. At my virtual partner, we have a 4-day work week policy since 2021. And we have stuck to this thanks to Asana portfolios. With that, we are able to have clarity on our weekly workload and communicate when we need to reassign priorities. We use a magic custom field to estimate our time for our task. So with that, it's clear from our workload in the portfolio if we are able to tackle with a task or not, or if we need to reprioritize some task. We also have another magic custom field in My Task to easily delegate or reassign tasks when we know we can simply have the capacity or not for them. Some of you have a good flow of your Asana inbox, and I congratulate you for that, but are still struggling with your email inbox. And I have to say, I treat them both in a similar way with some slight differences. While Inbox Zero is a valuable concept, achieving it might look different in Asana versus in your email. In Asana, it's about clear and actionable list of tasks. Your email might require more different maintenance due to its communication-centered nature. So again, one more time, I batch process my email inbox. I have a dedicated time each day to process my email, And like I have mentioned before, I may convert some incoming emails into tasks depending on what I have to do with them. Every time that something requires an action, that is a task that I will have created in my Asana. I archive all emails after I have dealt with them, even the ones that I convert into Asana tasks. And I delete irrelevant emails just to keep things organized. Now, let's explore some strategies to create a sustainable inbox system. Automation. It can become your best friend. Both Asana and email offer automation features, so utilize them for repetitive tasks like assigning, labels, sending follow-up reminders, etc. Try to see Asana as your virtual assistant and take the time to reflect on what would you like Asana to do on your behalf automatically. Asana is not a magic solution, but probably there might be one or two automations that you can set up that can help you run your day better. Implement time management techniques, like those I have mentioned earlier, to enhance your focus and avoid distractions while clearing your inbox. Lastly, review and refine. Like every process, remember your perfect inbox zero system might evolve over time. So regularly review and refine your approach to ensure it continues to meet your needs. By implementing these strategies and tailor them to your work style, you can finally achieve that coveted inbox zero status. Remember, start small and gradually integrate new habits into your routine. Don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. And always celebrate your progress and enjoy the feeling of this journey.